Hello everyone, friends. This is my debut in the spooky and mysterious world of 99 Nights in the Forest. In this video, you won't just get gameplay. You'll experience 3 unique stories, funny, scary, and a little crazy. Support my first step in this game. Your likes and subscriptions help the channel grow. Your support is my biggest inspiration. P.S. The most active viewers will get a heart in the comments. The Moonlit Guardian of Whispering Woods, a 99 Nights in the Forest story. Once upon a time, in a world where trees could whisper and stars danced at midnight, there was a brave young explorer named Leo. Leo loved playing 99 Nights in the Forest, but one evening, something extraordinary happened. His screen began to glow, and a gentle voice called out, "Leo, we need your help." Before he knew it, Leo was inside the game. The forest felt real. The leaves rustled under his feet. Fireflies twinkled like tiny lanterns, and the wind hummed a lullaby. But danger lurked in the shadows. The grumpy goblins, cursed creatures who once protected the woods but were now under the spell of the sleepy sorcerer. Their mission? To keep everyone awake until the forest fell into eternal darkness. Part 1. The first night. A new friend. On the first night, Leo met Zara, a witty squirrel with a backpack full of glowing acorns. She explained, "The grumpy goblin stole the moonstone. Without it, the forest will never sleep, and the animals will forget their dreams." Together, they built a treehouse fortress and used Zara's acorns to create a light barrier against the goblins. Part 2. The Midnight Market. By the 25th night, Leo discovered a secret midnight market run by raccoons wearing tiny hats. He traded jokes for supplies, invisible ink to draw fake doors and confuse goblins, giggle berries, when thrown, made goblins laugh too hard to attack, and the compass of courage that always pointed toward hope. Part 3. The Singing River. On the 50th night, Leo and Zara followed a melody to the singing river. The river's song held a clue. Find the owl with sapphire eyes, hidden where shadows learn to fly. They solved riddles with a wise old owl who gifted them a feather of bravery, a tool to calm the grumpiest goblins. Part 4. The Goblin King's Change of Heart. By the 75th night, Leo realized the goblins weren't evil, just lonely. Their king, Grumpo, missed baking cookies under the moonlight. Leo and Zara threw a friendship feast with giggleberry pie. Grumpo's grumpiness melted, and he revealed the sleepy sorcerer's secret. The moonstone was hidden in the starlit cave, guarded by a puzzle of kindness. Part 5. The final night. A sky full of wishes. On the 99th night, Leo solved the sorcerer's puzzle by placing the feather of bravery, a giggleberry, and Grumpo's cookie recipe on a starlit altar. The moonstone shimmered back to life, and as its light spread, the goblins transformed into dream guardians, and the forest erupted in a celebration. Fireflies painted the sky with rainbows, trees bloomed with candy-filled fruits, and the sorcerer apologized, promising to use magic only for good. Leo returned home as the forest's hero, but every night his window would glow,
a reminder that his friends were waiting for their next adventure.
The Starlight Symphony and the Grumpy Goblins, a 99 Nights in the Forest adventure. Begin with gentle forest sounds and twinkling music. In a cozy little house where game controllers glowed like fireflies lived a curious girl named Maya. One rainy evening, as Maya played 99 Nights in the Forest, her monitor shimmered like a pond under moonlight, and a tiny, flustered badger in a gardener's hat popped out. "Oh dear, the Starlight Symphony is broken," he cried. "Without it, the forest will lose its magic." In a whirl of pixels and leaves, Maya was pulled into the game. But this was no ordinary forest. Trees were scarves of ivy, mushrooms glowed like lanterns, and the air smelled of cinnamon and pine. The badger, Barnaby, explained the grumpy goblins had stolen the musical seeds that powered the Starlight Symphony, a celestial concert that helped the forest sleep and dream. Part 1, The Melody of the First Night. On the first night, Maya and Barnaby met Strum, a guitar-strumming fox who taught them the friendship rhythm, a tune that made flowers bloom instantly. They used it to grow a vine bridge over the giggling ravine, where grumpy goblins slipped on banana peels left by mischievous monkeys. Part 2, The Whispering Library, Night 25. By the 25th night, they discovered a hidden library inside a hollow oak. Books fluttered like birds, and the Wisdom Wombat librarian gave Maya a map of moonbeams. To read it, they had to solve a riddle. I have keys, but no locks. I have a space, but no room. You can enter, but never leave. What am I? Answer is a keyboard. Part 3, The Goblin Tea Party, Night 50. On the 50th night, Maya stumbled upon the goblin's secret. They weren't evil, just tone-deaf. Their king, Maestro Grumble, had tried to conduct the Starlight Symphony, but turned it into a noisy mess. To help, Maya and Barnaby threw a tea party of tunes, serving harmonic honey and rhythm cookies. The goblins giggled so hard they hiccup musical notes. Part 4, The Crystal Caves, Night 75. Guided by the map of moonbeams, the team entered the Crystal Caves, where stalactites hummed when touched. There, they found the Conch of Kindness, a shell that amplified loving words. Maya whispered, "You're doing your best," into it, and the cave walls sparkled, revealing the stolen musical seeds. Part 5, The Grand Finale, Night 99. On the 99th night, Maya and Maestro Grumble worked together to plant two musical seeds under the Starfall tree. As the seeds sprouted, the Starlight Symphony returned. Violins of wind, drumming woodpeckers, and a choir of crickets. The grumpy goblins, now the forest's orchestra, played alongside them, and the sky lit up with auroras shaped like dancing animals. When Maya returned home, she found a tiny, glowing seed on her windowsill. That night, she dreamed of Foss concerts, badger gardeners, and a forest that never stopped singing. And with a soft-feeding lullaby. The Brave Little Sprout and the Shadow Sprites, a 99 Nights in the Forest tale. In a room filled with glowing screens and stuffed animals, a kind-hearted boy named Sam was playing 99 Nights in the Forest when suddenly his character started waving at him. "Psst, over here,"
whispered a tiny voice. To Sam's amazement, a talking acorn with little boots named Pip bounced out of the screen. "The shadow sprites are stealing colors from the forest," Pip exclaimed. "Without colors, the trees can't sleep and the flowers are forgetting how to bloom." With a warm, tingly feeling, Sam found himself standing in the magical forest, where rivers flowed with liquid starlight and butterflies left rainbow trails in the air. Part 1: The Colorless Grove. Sam and Pip discovered that the mischievous shadow sprites, led by Glimmer, were painting everything gray with their gloom brushes. The once vibrant rainbow roses had turned pale. But Sam noticed something special. When he told a joke, a splash of yellow returned to the petals. Laughter was the antidote to the gloom. Part 2: The Chuckling Caves. Guided by fireflies, they ventured into the Chuckling Caves, where echoes turned into giggles. There they met Bloop, a friendly blob who could shapeshift into anything. Bloop taught them the dance of silly walks, which made the sprites so confused they dropped their gloom berths. Sam collected the brushes and stored them in his laughing backpack. Part 3: The Sprite Secret. Sam realized the sprites weren't mean, they were just lonely. Glimmer confessed, "We wanted to make the forest match our gray home." So Sam organized a color festival. Bloop turned into a slide made of jelly. Pip juggled glowing berries. And Sam taught the sprite how to paint with laughter instead of gloom. Part 4: The Great Color Storm. To restore the forest colors, Sam and his friends created the Great Color Storm by mixing joy, friendship, and courage. They threw it into the sky, and a rainbow explosion covered the forest. The sprites' gray coats turned glittery, and they became the forest guardians of color. Part 5: The Starlight Ceremony. On the final night, the forest threw a starlight party. The rainbow roses gloomed brighter than ever, and the sprites used their new magic to paint the northern lights. As a thank you gift, Limber gave Sam an ever-bloom seed, a seed that would grow into a friendship flower in his world. When Sam returned home, he planted the seed in his backyard. The next morning, a magnificent flower stood there with petals that changed colors when someone laughed.